Hi, Veronica.
Oh, hi, Angela. How are you?
Not too bad. Yourself?
I am well. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. She had it instead of what you had.
Yeah, but she had the whole tub.
She's told me there was 2 scoops left.
Ice cream? Yes.
It's actually like gelato. I guess that's the same thing. It looks like ice frozen juice. I got it from Longo's.
Oh,
It looks healthier. It probably isn't. You know, just
It's like-
guys.
tastes good.
It's like lemon sorbet. I think it was.
Oh, yum. Yum. That's awesome.
Sydney loves it. Yeah.
Hey,
Hi.
Oh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Nice to see you. Like you got the whole setup there. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just moved everything in the garage though, so this is like a little supposed to be like a little mobility room that doesn't get much mobility.
Every Monday, every Thursday. Do you do
Yeah.
Thursday too?
All right.
Do you Thursday too?
I've done Thursday. I just missed
Yeah.
last Thursday. Yeah. I'm usually working, right? So.
Oh.
There I'm on.
Yep.
You could just get out of work and-
I heard some exciting news.
What?
I heard Annie had her baby.
Oh, yeah, I got that too.
When?
Yeah.
When?
I think it was today,
Oh.
It's exciting.
and it was a boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
And that's the extent of it. That's all I know.
yay. No name? We don't know name? Yeah.
I didn't hear, no.
Yeah. Awesome.
Mitch
Awesome.
did a post on Friday on his Instagram that induction day was Wednesday. If the baby
Oh.
didn't come. Yeah.
Oh. So she made it with just, au natural. That's
Yeah,
good.
nice. Oh, that's cool.
Awesome. Good news.
That's good, yes. Gotta check Mitch's Instagram now.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay.
Jordan.
How are you guys?
Good.
I heard you guys saying that Mitchell and Annie had their child.
Is it true?
It is true. I mean, I only know via Instagram as much as you guys probably know, but I think the name was Burton Duke Creasy.
Oh,
Pardon?
Burton, as in like the snowboard company, like or name, but
Oh, Mitch has posted on Mitch's Instagram, he's put like pictures of poor Annie in the hospital.
yeah.
And he was a big baby, 8 pounds, 14 ounces.
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah, it's a big baby.
That
I
is
love your face there, Veronica.
almost Zoe's size. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, friends. I think Jill is the only other one that should be coming. Today, you just need yourself. That's all. No need for polls or anything like that today. We're just going to be going through a bunch of different stretches, upper body, working all the way down to the lower body. You probably would need like a wall. That's about it. Wall that you can probably do like a door stretch of some kind. I'm gonna try to do it on my poles behind me there. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but yeah, that's pretty much all you'll need. And maybe like a step of some kind, just to get like kind of an ankle stretch, but you can also do that against a wall as well. Hello, Jill. All right, so I'm just gonna mute the rest of you here. And then I try to do like a direct audio feed before to try and get like some type of background music, but it totally muted everything when I did it with the kids, so it did not work whatsoever. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we'll just start on the ground today. We're gonna start with our neck. Okay, so first thing I want to go through is just kind of basic neck rolls here. So we're just going to roll the neck back and forth. You can do this either sitting or standing, either or. And at the top of each, give it a nice look. to the side, and then roll all the way back. Look to the side. We're just gonna go for about 30 seconds here, nice and slow. Rolling the neck back and forth. Letting the head drop down in between. Nice look to each side. Don't want to strain too much, but still want to get a nice little stretch and movement through the neck here. Good. The next one we're going to do is we're going to hold our neck out in front of us. So from a side profile, it's going to look like this. I'll hold my neck actually out in front. Okay, so we're going to hold that for 10-second spurts. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. Good. Back out. 3, 2, 1. Back in. And last one, back out. 8, 9, and 10. Good. We're going to go ahead and stretch the sides of our necks. So from here, you can kind of gently hold onto your head and then let the shoulder really drop. If you want, you can also grab something heavy like a weight of some kind to really let the shoulder kind of drop down. You usually can get a good enough stretch by just getting a good lean here. But if you want more, you can definitely hold on to a weight. Let that shoulder drop more. You should feel that through the trap and the scalene muscles on your neck. Good. Release and go to the other side. One side is usually tighter than the other. For myself, it's this side. Good. Release, bring to the other side. Release and go to the other side. Good. From here, we're going to get our triceps going, okay? So kind of shoulder and triceps, okay? So this is a very basic one that many of you guys have probably done. We're going to drop that hand behind us, then grab onto that elbow, and then pulling that elbow and reaching down as far as we can down our back with our the hand that's behind us here. Three, 2, 1, release, switch sides. Good, release. One last time on each side here. Three, 2, 1, release, and last side. Go. Three, 2, 1, and release. Good. Next one we're going to do is we're going to open up that kind of pec shoulder region in front. So you're going to come up to a wall or a pole of some kind. And from here, you're going to have your elbow at roughly about chin height. Okay, and then you're just going to simply step through. If you can't get it on camera, that's totally okay. Not a big deal. Just going for roughly a 10 to 15 stretch. Then you're going to release it. And then you're going to keep on that same side for another 10 to 15 seconds. We're going to do that 3 times. 3, 2, 1, release. Good, making sure that that elbow is roughly at chin height. Good, go again. Three, two, one, release. One last time on that same arm. Go. Three, two, one, and release. Good. You're gonna switch sides here. And go. Three, two, one, release. And going again. Three, two, one, release. And last one on this side. And go. Three, two, one, and release. Good. Next one we're gonna do, come back down to the ground here, or standing, your choice. We're gonna get our posterior delt. Okay, so we're gonna do that simple one where you cross the arm over. So really reaching the arm over forward, okay, getting a good stretch out of that posterior delt, so behind the shoulder. And then with the other arm, you have it locked into that elbow, really stretching behind the shoulder there. Good. You may feel this one a little bit in the upper back as well, because you're kind of stretching that whole region out. Another way you can think here is kind of rounding out that back. That'll help stretch the muscles around a little bit more. Okay, we're going to hold this one for about another 15 seconds. Three, two, one, release. Give a good little shake here. Good, and then go into our other side. Three, two, one, and release. Good, we're gonna get a little bit more of the front shoulder as well as a twisting of the spine. So we're gonna go down onto the ground, onto our stomachs, and we're gonna go into our scorpion pose, okay? So let me just move the camera here. Good, so we're lying down flat onto the ground. Our hands are out in a nice T shape here. And then we're going to take our left leg. We're gonna reach that left leg over. And then coming close to our hand here, close to our right hand, getting a rounding of the spine and opening up that shoulder and chest muscle just a little bit. Five more seconds. Three, two, one. Slowly come back to center. You're gonna rotate to the other side. Right foot comes back towards left hand. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. We're going to go for the abdomen here. So hands are going to come down by the breast line. And then we're going to lift up into a nice cobra. If you want to go on your hands, that is fine. If you want to go just on your elbows, that is fine as well. Good. Really think about expanding the belly. So don't try to draw that belly in necessarily, but try to expand that belly so that way you're kind of really stretching out the abdomen. Good. Come back down and rest for a second. Good. And back up. And back down. Hands back out into a T. Left leg swings back towards the right hand, back into that scorpion. And 3, 2, 1. Slowly back to center. Kicking the right foot back up towards the left hand. Three, two, 1. Back to center. Hands come down by the breast line. Up into that cobra. Three, two, 1. Back down. Rest for a second here. And back up. Three, two, 1. Back down. You're gonna have your hands out a little bit more in front, getting up into a tabletop. Let's switch to the side view here. So you're in a nice tabletop. Good. From here, you're gonna take your left hand. You're gonna slide that through. So you're threading the needle through underneath the right arm, getting a rotation this direction here. Also get a little bit more out of the posterior delt. And you can really press in with your right hand into the ground as you reach forward with your left hand. Or sorry, reach to the side with your left hand. Good. Hand comes back to center in a nice tabletop. Right hand goes through under the left arm. Three, two, 1. Back to center in a nice tabletop. Feet can go a little, or knees can go a little bit wider. And then we're sitting back into a nice child's pose. And if you need to draw your hands out a little bit further in front, feel free. And then you're drawing your chest and your armpits towards the ground. Sinking nice and deep into that child's pose. I don't know many children that do this pose, but here we are. Good. From here, you're going to clasp your hands together, or just kind of have one on top of the other. Then you're going to bring those hands onto the back of your neck or onto the upper back. Still drawing your chest and your armpits down towards the ground. Good. Bring the hands back down to the ground. From here, your hands are going to walk out towards your left side. butt and feet stay where they are, and then you're going to lean your butt towards the right side to get a nice stretch out of your right lat. Good. Walk the hands back to center, and then walking your hands out towards the right, leaning the butt slightly towards the left to get a stretch out of your left lat. Good. Walk your hands back to center into a nice tabletop. You're going to turn your hands around backwards so your fingertips are facing you. Getting a quick stretch out of the wrists, and you're just going to lean back slightly onto those wrists. Three, two, one. Come forward just to release them slightly. Good, and going back into it. Try to really think about pressing your entire fingers down towards the ground, so try not to let them round too much. 3, 2, 1, and release. And one last time here. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Three, two, one, and release. Good. Okay, go ahead and sit onto your bum. Gonna get the upper back rounding to start. Okay, so feet are gonna be out a little bit in front of us, so not directly close to us. Then from here, we're gonna have our hands. Hands are gonna go underneath, and we're rounding throughout the back here. Take a large inhale, and as you exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Three, two, one. Slowly undo your hands, and undoing every last little vertebrae all the way to the top. Good. Feet are going to come out in front of you. Good. So feet are both out in front. We're going for our classic hamstring stretch. To start, we're going to sit nice and tall, and then we're going to lean forward, trying to keep nice and tall here while leaning forward and reaching forward with our hands, so we're not rounding at the spine just yet. Getting a nice classic stretch out of our hamstrings, our calves, back of our knees, our Achilles. Good. Come back up to top. And this time, because we already had some rounding of the spine here, we're going to round forward a little bit more, reaching forward into that stretch a little bit further. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good. Ever so slowly undoing each and last vertebrae all the way back to the top. Good. From here, we're going to go into a right leg pigeon. Okay, so right leg is going to be forward in that pigeon pose. Left leg is going to kick back behind us. Thinking about drawing our hips down towards the ground. And then from here, if you want to stay on your hands, feel free. If you want to come down to your elbows, that's good too. And if you want to come all the way down to the ground, feel free as well. Getting a stretch out of our glute. And if you want to make it a little bit more challenging and your legs already perpendicular to the rest of your body, you're going to hover your chest more over your foot. Okay, so instead of your chest being over your shin, you're going to kind of lean your, bring your chest a little bit more over that foot. So just kind of a slight shimmy over. You'll feel it a little bit more in your adductors slightly. Good. 3, 2, 1, coming up. You're gonna switch legs. Left leg's gonna swing in front. Right leg's gonna swing behind us. Again, if you want to come down to your elbows, feel free. If you want to go down to the ground, feel free. If you want to get a little bit further in that stretch, try bringing your chest over that foot just a little bit. Three, two, one. Good. You're going to place your hands onto the ground. That left foot's going to swing back, going into a nice downward dog. Good. From here, the right foot's going to step to the outside of both hands. Left knee is not going to drop this time, okay? So you're going to be staying in a nice lunge. And then from here, your left hand's going to stay planted, and your right hand's going to come up. Opening up that thoracic while staying in a nice lunge here. So you're only having 3 points of contact with the ground. Think reaching nice and tall, looking up towards the ceiling. Good, right hand's gonna come back down. Left knee is going to drop down to the ground. From here, you're going to take your right hand, turn it back as the left foot comes up, grabbing onto that foot. If you can. If you cannot do that, that is okay. Just stay in the previous pose. Good. Release that foot. Foot comes back down. Hand comes back down. We're going to lean the butt back, getting a little bit further stretch through the right hamstring here. Good. Release that stretch. Slowly come back up out of that. Hands are placed onto the ground. Foot comes back into a nice downward dog. Good. Left foot comes forward to the outside of both hands. Right knee does not drop. Left hand reaches up towards the sky with a nice rotation of the spine. Left hand comes back down to the ground. Right knee comes down to the ground. Left hand can reach back behind us as the right foot comes up, getting a stretch out of that right quad muscle. Good. Right foot drops back down to the ground. Left hand comes down, getting or butt leans back slightly, getting a stretch out of that left hamstring. You can lean forward with this as the butt goes back. Good. From here, you're going to sit onto the ground. That left foot's going to stay out in front. Right leg is going to stay tucked underneath like so. We're going into our half saddle. So from here, if you want to lean back onto your hands, and that's enough for you, that is good. If you want to also grab a pillow or some type of block or ball to kind of rest behind you, that may help a little bit. And then from here, if you want to go down further, you can. Go down to your elbows, or if you want to sink all the way down to the ground, feel free here. I'm going to hold this stretch for a little bit just to open up the quad muscles. So really surrendering yourself to the stretch here. In 5 seconds, we'll come back out. In 3, 2, 1. Slowly find your way back up. Bring that right leg forward. Shake it out a little bit. Allow some blood flow. If you need to kind of give it a little bit of a hand massage, feel free here. From here, left foot's going to come back behind us. Foot's kind of out to the side. And then again, we're going to lean back. You can start at your hands, and then you can work your way down. It's important to keep breathing through all these stretches. Do not suppress your breath or hold it, especially since you're at home. You really can breathe as loud as you want here. Good. 5 seconds, we'll come back out. In 3, 2, 1. Slowly find your way back up. Good. Have both legs out in front of you. We're going to come on to standing here. So find your way back up. And then you're going to find your way to a wall or a stair or some type of ledge. You're going to point your toes up towards the sky, bringing your heel nice and close to something or to the wall. And so your foot's kind of elevated on an angle towards the wall. And then you're going to draw your hip towards that wall. You should feel this stretch through the calf muscle, okay? So really think about drawing your hip towards. That'll get a further stretch out of that calf muscle. And if you're someone that has very tight calves, a lot of times it's really hard to identify that you have a tight calf, but sometimes you need to kind of mash it on a kettlebell or something like that, and then pair that with something like a calf stretch against a wall. So you're increasing blood flow and then stretching out the fibers within the calf. That kind of goes for most stretching as well. If you pair foam rolling with that muscle group for that stretch, you'll get that much more out of it. Good, go ahead and switch sides. Drawing that heel close to the wall, and then drawing that hip close to the wall as well once that foot is up. And this is one that for all my physio friends, when I was DJing for long periods, so like 4 to 5 hours a night, and I'm like kind of slightly dancing, but like not really dancing, just kind of, I don't know, two-stepping back and forth. My physio always told me like I need to spend at least like 3 minutes after the club doing this stretch on each calf, because like my calves were so tight just from like slightly bobbing back and forth. So you can imagine if you're finding yourself standing a lot during the day, that can quickly add up. Good, go ahead and release that. We're just gonna end off our session as always with a nice rebound down onto the floor. So you're just gonna lay back down onto the ground. Nice relaxed here so you can absorb all the stretching that we just went through. Hands are out to the side, palms are up towards the sky. Okay, we're going to practice our breathing exercises here. Okay, so the way the breathing exercises work, as always, we're going to inhale for a count of 5. We're going to exhale for a count of 8. And then I may surprise you with a hold of 5 to 8 seconds. Okay, so go ahead and exhale everything from your lungs. Good, here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold at the top. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold at the top. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale on your own. Hold at the top. And exhale on your own. Good. Feel your muscles all sinking deeper and deeper into the ground. Everything from your calves to your thighs, your hands, forearms, back, and your head cradling deeper and deeper into the floor. Listening for the sounds that are around you, even if that is silence. Take in what that feels like, what that sounds like to you. And while you're lying here, I want you to think about one thing that you're grateful that happened today, this weekend, at any point. So slowly bring that wiggle and twinkle back into your toes, into your fingers. Slowly bringing that movement through to your wrists, your ankles, your legs, all the way back into your hands and your feet and everywhere. And then slowly you're going to bring your knees in towards your chest. And then you're going to hug them. And then you're going to make gentle circles with those knees, rocking back and forth, getting a nice little massage of your internal organs. When you're ready, slowly find your way back up. We'll call it a session there for today. And as always, I invite you all to come off of mute. Join for our little hangout afterwards.
Thanks, Jordan. Wonderful as always.
No problem. So like I said, Mondays we kind of reserve for more stretching, and then on Thursdays we'll kind of work on a little bit more mobility kind of stuff, right? So kind of stretch everything out that we kind of tightened up over the weekend, because a lot of times on weekends, and myself included, we sit in terrible postures. I mean, we probably sit in terrible postures throughout the week, but the weekend we may be a little bit more relaxed on the couch than usual. So it's always good to kind of stretch those things out.
Well, I'm gonna come Thursday night post shot.
Ooh, nice, nice. Let us know how it goes. Nice friends.
Super excited. Half of you guys already got your shots, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've had them. Or one.
One.
Nice friends.
I didn't have any side effects. Like it was sore, but
Yeah. Same.
How are you guys all doing outside of not being able to work out in the gym? And not necessarily workout related, but just like mentally, how are you feeling? How's this lockdown treating you guys on this one?
I'm great. I'm working every day at Indigo, and if you guys come to pick up your orders, I get to wave at you and blow you kisses.
There you go. Well, I may be in the need of a new book soon because I'm almost finished my current one, so I will hit you up definitely. I'll find out what day you're working too. That way it makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah. 5 out of 7 for sure.
All right, there we go.
Thanks,
How are the
Jordan.
rest of you guys doing here?
I haven't emailed you. I'm just having massive hip problems and piriformis again.
Okay.
I don't know why when I'm not doing CrossFit. Like I'm not doing the online CrossFit. So I don't know why I'm so tight in my hips.
Are you finding you're sitting a lot right now?
Not really more than usual.
Okay. Are you doing any type of movement outside of this? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm doing some online stuff, just not CrossFit.
Okay.
Trying to do my walking and
Yeah.
a little bit of jogging. So
Okay. But not any particular, like other than CrossFit, not as like you're not doing any more running thoroughly or anything like that right now? No? Okay. Okay. Could just be general tightness around too. So we'll definitely do a little bit more for those.
I find that when I do have like a week off, when we go on vacation, I take a week off, I'm stiffer than ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just not using it, I guess.
Yeah. Movement is your friend, right? Like whenever we find ourselves quite sore in areas, or like we find we like pulled a muscle or something crazy, right? Sometimes we generate heat by movement, right? And then when that muscle is warm, we don't necessarily feel it. We suddenly think, oh, I don't have any pain now, right?
Yeah.
All that is just it's being warmed, it's inflamed. You don't actually feel it in that moment. Everything else in your body is firing, right? So as soon as we start doing that cool down and we kind of sit in it, that's when everything starts like getting really tight and whatnot, right? So it's always important to keep moving. I find myself during this quarantine, I'm finding myself doing the same thing where I'm not moving maybe nearly as much as I often would. And I'm finding myself tighter in a lot of places. And like I said, doing these Mondays and Thursdays with you guys helps me as well. So hence why I'm the coach that's like, I will gladly jump on these, because as much as it's for you guys, it also helps me quite a bit too. The ability for me to be able to do the mobility with you guys. So
Awesome.
yeah, we'll definitely address that for Thursday's class.
Okay.
More on kind of the perfemoris area.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. How's the rest of you guys?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging in.
Hanging in. I can't we have a cottage, so I get a little bit of a change of scenery on the weekends, right?
Nice. That's good. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, friends. Yeah, I find you guys are generally more well-spirited than say our kids classes. My kids classes, you can definitely see that they're hanging in. I think you guys have a lot of you've grown up quite a bit, right? So you've learned a lot of different techniques and all that kind of stuff that would definitely help you with all of this, and you kind of understand the reality that we're kind of all going through, versus a lot of these kids, they're just being told and they're like, okay, okay, how many more months is it? How many more months do I need to sit at home? How many more months do I need to stare at a computer and burn my retina?
Being punished, right? So
Yeah. So they just kind of get told what to do, and like that's it, right? So the coaches on the kid side, though, we try to make it as fun as possible. We try to make it like somewhat enjoyable, and we do get some smiles out of them the odd time, whether that's just kind of jokingly making fun of them or making fun of ourselves or anything like that. I know with Zane, we have to constantly be like, all right, Zane, don't put the dumbbell through the ceiling. Every single time he like puts it up, and he has to look up at the ceiling every time. So like things like that makes him laugh. So pardon me.
I heard some pretty weird noises today.
Yeah, he definitely has to pause every now and then, because he can't even hit like full extension with his arm, because otherwise like he will hit the ceiling. So
Jillian, you're doing the home wide still too, right? Because I can hear them yelling at your name on the 931.
Yeah, you know what? I had a tooth out, and so I haven't done anything since Thursday when I had that tooth out. So tomorrow I'm gonna die, but yeah, I like to do it every single day that I'm like that's possible, which is mostly every day.
Yeah, no, I am too. I can hear her yelling Jillian, and I'm like, that's got to be my Jillian.
I heard Andrea too. I heard her saying your name. And
There's
also,
a few Andreas.
Okay, fair. I actually amended my work hours. So there's only 4 of us that are management at Indigo. And I told the team that I would be in at 10:45 so that I could do 9:30 every morning.
Perfect.
And they're like, oh,
you take that step, okay? That's what it's about.
yeah. So yeah, I'll see you there.
Nice, my friends. All right, I will see you guys on Thursday evening. Feel free, like always, to email me, reach out with anything that you kind of want me to cover a little bit more, and I'll be glad to kind of keep doing what I can to kind of address those issues as much as possible. All right.
Thank
Have
you,
you
Jordan.
guys a wonderful evening. I will see you on Thursday.
See ya.
Nice to
Yeah.
see
Everyone, nice to see everybody.